AI is here and now, and not in the distant future. My experience with AI Fluency. Artificial intelligence. Some people hear that and think, isn't it that Dalen's gonna take us over in the distant but not so distant future? Or, oh, I love playing as it in Detroit Become Human, my favorite video game. However, when I say it, I think of a world of possibilities. And not just future possibilities, possibilities right now. My name is Naro Davis. I am a 16-year-old attending the High School of Math Science and Engineering at City College in my junior year. My parents are from the Caribbean. I am a black American male born, raised in New York City, and I love playing video games, building computers, coding. But this summer, I learned about my new passion, artificial intelligence. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aren't you a little young to be studying artificial intelligence? And normally I would say, yes, yes, I am. But after completing an AI Fluency course, I feel very confident about learning AI and machine learning on my own because I learned a variety of field specific terms and their purposes. I feel like the course gave me a solid foundation of what AI and machine learning is that can be easily built on in my free time. The truth is, while AI is a very complicated field, it isn't exactly a niche one. I learned about examples of AI in our everyday lives. For instance, I like learning the linear regression algorithm that is the most important to me because it is also the most widespread. It is essential to AI as it helps with analyzing and even predicting trends in data. It also helps AI determine and correct its own accuracy in these tasks. This is used to analyze data in general. I've used it in school, scientists or companies use it in data from surveys. If you want to find a trend, linear and logistic regressions are your guy. There's also the wonderful natural language processing technique, or NLP for short. NLP is a technique that AI uses to understand human language. It's how we have the Google search engine predict what you're going to type in it before you even type, or how you can ask Siri to tell you a joke and it would understand what you're saying. Technically speaking, the AI doesn't actually understand you. It either converts words it hears into a bunch of ones and zeros or binary, or associates words with other words that would naturally come after it. Something that really surprised me about AI and machine learning is how closely entwined it is with the field of programming. This was a pleasant surprise for me because I already have interest and some experience in programming. Another idea that really changed the way I saw AI while learning this is that it's not so much that you're teaching AI how to think, but rather you as the programmer are helping it identify and apply patterns from data sets in order to mimic intelligence. All the stuff I talked about software was awesome to learn about, but what really takes the cake for me was convolutional neural networks. This type of AI is the one that most directly tries to imitate your brain by having a structure of a very dumbed down neuron. Specifically, convolutional neural networks deal with visual data to decipher and process images. I think that in the future, I could use this technology to create an AI that could sort through trash and recycle for me, since, so much of a bother to do myself. Such a task would take advanced image processing in order to identify between a plastic bottle or a rock. Convolutional neural networks would be the perfect technology to use in such an endeavor. My time in AI Fluency was well spent. My instructor was a Stanford student named George Nem. He really walked me through the basics of a very advanced field. He treated me with nothing but respect and kindness and was always ready to answer any question I had, no matter how simple. Even if it was simply to repeat what he said again, he did it with the same joy and passion he used the first time around. I think this course will really help me in my college process as the knowledge and experience it gave me will make me a standout student among other applicants. I feel that with this course I'm getting ahead of the game when it comes to exploring my own interest and learning about what's important and relevant work fields are in the future. Between this and the great people I met, I can't wait to work with them in the future.